How long gone? Still getting work done. It's a rare Saturday morning recording session here because we have a special VIP friend of the show. I would believe, Jason, this has got to be Flynn must have been first 6 months of the show's existence, right?
Definitely. And we've potted with him before over the years in other iterations, right?
Yep.
That's true, actually. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that.
For such an old soul, he's so young. For such a young soul, he's so old.
It can be confusing, honestly. It can be confusing.
Yeah, how many times do people say you have an old soul, Flynn?
You know, surprisingly not that often. It's more of like a really old person comes to the restaurant and is like kind of on their last leg saying that.
They're trying to pass the baton to you before they die.
Yeah, that's usually the old soul. I think has gone away. It's a good moniker though.
I think it's good.
Okay, so there's probably a lot of old people out there, and their last meal, it's not their death row meal because they're all it's not a Diddy situation, but a lot of people say, I want Flynn's tasting menu, his 17 course gifts from late summer, early fall to be my.
I was gonna go
meal.
with Domino's, but then I tasted the.
Some people say Chick-fil-A. Some people say I'd like a beet ravioli made out of Jobs tears and sunchoke.
Yeah,
gastrique.
You never know. Yeah, what would I wonder what a chef-driven last meal would look like, depending on the facilities at Rikers.
I mean, this is something that bothers me frequently. I get asked that question actually.
By people in our position,
people in your position, at least once every 3 months, I get asked what my last meal would be, and I'm like, I'm like the context around that always is so incorrect.
Yeah, I mean, there's too many variables. It's like, okay, what time of the year is it? What season are we in? How were the tomatoes?
Fucking dorks.
Is Weiser Farms open today?
Yeah, is Weiser Farms? What melon is good right now?
No, but I'm like, what information are you ever gonna get from someone on that? Because I've never met a single person that has an interesting
The answer is either
interesting.
It's true.
The answer is either pizza, Raisin Canes, or something like your mom makes. I feel like are the choices.
Yeah, it's always like, oh, I want like a pasta, or I want just like this or this or this, and then it's like, I'm like, this was a waste of a question.
It's a waste of a question. I think it would be a cool. Maybe Jason's favorite Jose Andres could get into the death row meal. Since he loves helping people so much.
Yeah, my death row meal would be to feed a nation.
Yeah, I think his answer would be a little bit dark.
It would definitely be dark.
Like he's like I want my death row meal to be like a small child, something like that dark, or I don't know how.
No.
You know Jose more than I do.
He's served a lot of death row meals.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like he actually has experience.
He has real data.
I spent a lot of time with cold-blooded killers.
Have you guys had him on the podcast?
No. I would just to hear his voice.
That seems very attainable.
I kind of consider him to be a bullshitter, and I make fun of him a decent amount because his passion for food extends into an area that I don't understand, and his need to feed.
You mean helping people?
His need to help people so much has like guilty energy to it. Not to bring like a Taylor Swift lyric into it, but it kind of feels that way. You know what I mean?
I can see that.
I'm sure you and Jose are friends, and he wants to make the biggest paella in the world to save everybody.
Yeah.
That's my issue, Flynn, is that I hate paella. And for some reason, he represents paella to me, so I can't look at him in a positive light.
Yeah.
It's unfair to Jose.
I have two friends that have actually separately, with no context, said that their death row meal would be paella.
That's disgusting.
Really?
Neither of them are Spanish.
I knew they were white boys. Trust me, I knew that.
Neither of them were Spanish. Both of them had it once at like a party in someone's backyard where it was like one of the worst versions of paella that's been created, probably.
Yeah.
Also, why does paella get an emoji? That's a little.
Oh, I didn't know.
And I have Spanish blood.
There's a paella emoji? That is crazy.
See.
I didn't know. Yeah, having two white boys say that paella, that's the worst possible. Like, if I see paella on a menu,
You're out of there.
What don't you like about it, though?
Too much stuff in it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's also, I don't like things that are prepared
Too much stuff.
in that large of a vat. You know what I mean? It's too much.
You also can't usually eat the good one because the good one has like the chorizo in it.
Yeah. I'm sure like anything else, when you get it from Jose Andres in Madrid, it's delicious. But like,
I've never had it from Jose Andres.
I'm sure the ones I've had, maybe weren't up to
yeah,
snuff.
no one's ever like the best blank I've ever had was one that could feed 700 people. No one's ever like, the best chili I've ever had was a 700-gallon vat in the town square. They're going to burn the shrimp. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But is paella, since I'm talking to two lovers of the craft, is paella really hard to do, or is it about a quality of ingredients thing, or is it a technique thing? I guess is what I'm asking.
You want to take this one, Flynn, or you want me to?
I got no answers on this one. I think it's one of those things that's like,
bitch, you were serving me shit. You were serving me shit I don't know how to pronounce last night. I'm asking technique or ingredients.
I think it's technique more than ingredients.
It's technique.
Okay.
It's technique.
Okay.
100%.
That's what
yeah.
I
mean,
assumed.
even just making a pot of rice requires so
That's
much
what I was going
technique
to say, is that
to do it like very well.
making rice that is nicely crispy on the bottom is something that I've truly never seen someone actually able to do unless I'm in a foreign country.
Wow.
Or you're like, wow, this tadig is so good. How'd you do it? And every time they're like, oh, I have a rice cooker, and it just has a tadig button on it. You just get it at the Persian market. I'm like, okay,
Yeah, exactly.
great job.
Yeah.
They got, hold on. Our Persian brothers have their own rice
Vale,
cookers?
yes, brother Chris.
Wow. I thought they had to share with the Asians, but that's cool, man.
I know. I mean, there's a whole entire worlds of rice out there that we don't even know about, Chris. And hopefully
We don't have access
Santa
to.
Claus brings me a little tadig cooker. Carolyn's going to love that little 12-gallon in the we don't have any room for it.
Do you have a rice cooker?
We have a small Japanese rice cooker that's probably 20 years old.
Does it have any Hello Kitty stickers on it, or is it clean?
It has a Paramore sticker on it, and when you hit the button, it plays a little song.
Yeah.
It's got a Karopi. It does have a Karopi decal on the back.
It has a Bad
but
Bats Maru dangle hanging off of the brown rice button, and that's how I know, because I've hit it so many times. The text has been rubbed off, so I put the Bad Bats.
Y'all talk about Labubu's. Y'all wasn't there for bats hanging off.
Are you you're a brown rice guy?
I like both options. Chris and I, because we're elder millennial, ex-vegan health food store connoisseurs, brown rice to me has like a very comforting feel. And there's like this meal that I would get for breakfast all the time. There was like a tofu scramble, brown rice, tempeh bacon, and then this like a tahini sauce on top of it that has more calories than like ranch dressing and blue cheese combined. It's just like
This is from whatchamacallit?
from Mother's Market.
Oh, okay. But I thought they had something similar at the place that your brother used to work, the place on Sunset in Silver Lake. What was it called? We used to go there all the time.
Oh, yeah. And fuck, I forgot what. Yeah,
It's a classic.
But I mean, just general like health food.
Because I feel like I've eaten that too. Yeah.
So it has like a comforting thing, and people debate whether or not brown rice is better for you or worse for you. You know, Chinese people say that brown rice is like for the dogs to eat, and like that's what the peasants eat because they can't afford to have the white rice.
Is there that big of a price differential
really.
between white and brown?
Not really. It's kind of like oxtails. Like back in the day, it was probably cheap as fuck, and now it's like $28 a pound for the wagyu oxtails. You know,
even more.
Flynn knows the problems.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a big oxtail guy.
I had some New Hampshire wagyu from Flynn last night, and I didn't know they made the wagyus all the way up there. Tell me more about that, brother.
It's actually a very interesting story.
Thank God we have a long form podcast to detail this.
Sit down, because I'm about to tell you about the.
Yeah, because our dinner guest last night was like, damn, I didn't know they had wagyu all the way. He doesn't sound like that. He's a educated man who lives in New York, but he's like, I've never heard of New Hampshire wagyu.
So
and same.
It literally doesn't exist. It's this.
We exist.
this like wealthy couple wanted to have some cows in their backyard so that they could have their own wagyu.
I want to have some cows in my backyard so that I can kill them and eat them.
Very cool.
Okay.
Literally,
Very cool.
If you go on their website, this is how the story goes. And then they were like, we loved it so much so that they imported 3,000 cows.
Bro.
And then they breed the cows. They have I think it's one of the only farms in the U.S. that's 100% Japanese cattle. No crossbreed.
So you're getting that pure uncut Japanese cow, but it's eating that New Hampshire grass. It's different.
Yes, but they also have an on-staff dietitian for the cows.
Bro.
Okay. I feel like, I mean, luckily I didn't have to pay for the meal last night, but I'm thinking wagyu cow, already a high dollar item. Let's see what it's going to cost to ship 3,000 of them from Japan to New Hampshire. I feel like this is how do they hit their margins, or are they so rich they don't really care? They just want to spread the gospel.
I mean, it's extremely expensive, but it also I think that they still can't possibly make money on it because it's like the same price as if I just bought the Japanese stuff.
Yeah,
which like that they have like these large scale farms still. We get like 6 ribeyes a month max. It's very small.
Have you met the purveyors? Have you met these hobbyist farmers?
No, but there's an amazing photo of them on the website with like a vintage car and like a fancy dog.
Mm-hmm.
They're both like really dressed up with the cows in the back.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping the cows would make an appearance.
I would love to go there. I think it's like 5 hours away.
You know what? I would also love to go there.
But I've never met them. I've only spoken to their farm manager.
Let's see if we can get Chase Bank to pay for this trip. I think we can. I'll send a deck over to him.
We're part of the Chase dining collection now. So yeah, we might be able to make that happen.
See if we can get Chase to buy you a gun so you can kill one of these cows on camera.
That's the Chase dining collection cow.
Yeah.
Do you guys accept the Sapphire Reserve here? Oh, great. Okay, I'll need a 9mm, please.
This was hand killed by me.
You can actually, if we're gonna talk farm to table, I want the motherfucker who killed it to cook it, and I don't think that's happening very often.
No,
in first world countries.
I mean, if you would have ordered the lobster, we killed that yesterday.
Okay.
That doesn't count in the same way, though, right?
I mean, I don't think it does.
But killing a lobster just means tossing it in the water. You got to crack its neck like a chiropractor gone wrong.
He might do the knife in the back of the head.
We do the knife in the back of the head.
Oh, so inhumane. Jesus Christ.
No, that is humane.
Quite the opposite, Chris.
What's the other? The worst way is boiling alive.
No, the worst way is how I was taught how to do it, which is you rip its body apart alive.
Yeah.
So you can cook it all separately.
Which Danish freak taught you to rip the lobster apart?
That was taught at 11 Madison Park, pre-vegan.
Pre-vegan.
Well, yeah. Rip it apart. Because then you cook each part separately to get them so they cook better.
Just, Chris, imagine when you have your shrimp cocktail and sometimes they come head on.
I hate that.
And when you rip the head, it's the same thing, but on it for a lobster,
And just it still kind of spasms a little.
Oh, don't say spasm, bro. It's before noon. Damn.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to Japan and where you get the squid sushi.
Yeah, it's still moving.
I've gotten that in Beverly Hills, bro. It's disgusting there too.
But the thing that always creeped me out more than the moving tentacles is like the sort of the iridescent scales on it. You can see them like moving in waves, like you're on mushrooms, and that I feel like I'm messing with like a interplanetary celestial energy that way.
What's really crazy is, Chris, have you walked by this place called Sushi Delic?
Great name.
Love the name.
Great name. I don't think I have. Can you give me a location? Can you drop a pin?
It's on Center and Grand.
Okay. All right. In the hood.
And it's
in the hood.
An import from Japan. It is like an anime sushi place.
Oh. I have walked by this. Yes, I have walked by this.
So Amanda went there the other day for drinks with her friend for some reason. And I've also been there for drinks. It's a very entertaining place.
Are they known for their cocktail program, their sake cocktails?
No. They're known for whatever the hell is going on in there, and you want to see it.
You're right. My bad.
Well, no. So they did actually change the name to Tokyo Delic because I don't think anyone wanted to eat sushi there. But she was like, the table next to me goes, I just hear them go, "Is this supposed to be moving?" And she was like, "Yeah, they ordered like squid and it was moving." And I was like, either that's really impressive or it's really, really bad.
Sure.
Because like if they've figured out how to do the like perfectly live squid, in this kind of terrible Japanese restaurant, that would be really impressive to me. Or someone really fucked up.
So hold on. So you're saying that if you order that, there is a way, if you're an expert, to serve it still moving.
Well,
is what you're saying.
Oh, well, mainly just buying it still alive it seems like a rare thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So
it's
like it'll either be that way with a high level item and a high level of knife work and sushi skills, or just by creepy dark coincidence this squid is somehow moving and we don't trust that.
Got it. It's sushi
over at Tokyo Deli.
You want it intentionally alive, not accidentally alive.
That's kind of how I look at my life every day, actually, now that you say that.
Despite everything, despite how bad the squid is, it's actually moving.
Yeah.
I don't like squid like that. I don't like head on. I don't want the heads on my shrimp. Do something back there. What the fuck are you doing? If you're handing me a shrimp with the head on, what have you done?
I get that side. Sometimes,
chef.
Sometimes I like it. Sometimes it's not for me.
But that's because you know how to do the work. It's like when somebody brings me a fish and they want me to take the bone. I'm like, I'm not doing that. That's your fucking job.
No. I do actually think it is rude to give people a shrimp with like all the shells and the head on without at least a wet towel.
And I did notice that at our meal last night at NYC's Cove, there were multiple dishes where hands were used and there was a little wet towel tableside for those specific dishes, and that was a nice touch to have a little wipe down.
These are one of the dining premiums you get if you spend money at a restaurant.
This is NYT 4-star level of wet towelery.
We have someone that spends like 2 hours a day just rolling these towels.
Like the Cuban cigars on Seinfeld.
Yeah.
We were talking about this on the show, but we were at this Tex-Mex place in Austin, and the waitress told us that there's separate staff for rolling silverware. That like there's people that come in just to do that because the numbers are so crazy.
It's like when we've got the Nonas in the back who have mastered knife rolling.
That's impressive.
I know. It was
I mean, on a scale like that, yeah.
Yeah, Flynn's but just so you guys, just to set the stage, Flynn's in his car outside of Cove drinking what looks to be a cappuccino out of a ceramic mug.
That is true.
Okay.
Flynn, are you still on your daily morning coffee, newspaper, croissant flow?
No, I'm on well, now I have the benefit of I live above Gem Home. So I go downstairs and I get a free coffee, which is very nice.
Free is a nice way to put it. You're paying for it, but
do you have to use a punch card, or is it just whatever you want? Okay.
No, this is the 6th one. You said it was free.
I get my free coffee, and sometimes I grab a pastry. Sometimes I grab a morning bun. Today I just ate an apple at the farmer's market.
Oh, God. What's better than being in Union Square? Sun's out. You're out there in your little outfit having an apple.
I mean, there's nothing I hate more than going on Saturdays. It's
amateur hour.
It's amateur hour. It's like every other day, the amateurs kind of wait for you. I didn't realize this, but the Santa Monica Farmers Market has professional hours.
Yeah.
Oh, really? They're like, all right, before you come 5 to 7.
5 to 7 professional hours, and then
ladies free before 10 type shit.
New York, we're just
Are you jealous of that friends and family farmers market hours for the real pros?
I'm jealous because I've been looked at like a villain because mainly because one time I was walking with the cart and this old lady was not looking and walked directly into it and tripped over it, and everyone looked at me like it was my fault. And there are still people that because I see the same people every time. There are still people that look at me different because they think I tripped an old lady with my cart.
Really?
No one was upset that she knocked over like 8 flats of tomatoes. She was fine.
Was she mad at you, though, or did she recognize that it was her fault?
She recognized it, but not publicly enough.
Sure.
She kind of like said it, was like, I'm fine, not that was my bad.
I don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with that at all.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with that at all. I would have yelled at her probably, unfortunately.
That is a Larry David moment for you, isn't it, over there?
Yeah, that was.
I have to say, after 17 years or something in New York, I've never been willfully to that farmer's market. I've walked through it and hated every second of it, but I've never been because it looks like what you're describing. It looks like
it's mayhem.
Yeah, but also, have you ever bought an onion?
In my life, yes.
Okay.
But not because I wanted to.
Where do you shop in the neighborhood? You go to Whole Foods?
No, I don't cook, but if I need supplies, I will use Fresh Direct to get my sparkling water and cold brew.
That's fair.
But Chris has been on his eggs, avo, sourdough flow.
Yeah.
So I do pick up sourdough at Balthazar.
If you're wondering why it seems like he's put on so much weight lately, he's kind of been on that.
yeah. It's bulking season. Thanks to our friends at Balthazar. Says the guy, Flynn's having a fucking morning bun at 8 a.m. and I still have to fucking thug it out with my protein.
I mean, it reminds me of a tweet. It's like, never trust like a hot skinny bitch who eats a croissant every day. Like, so, and that's Flynn. You know,
I eat a morning bun and then I eat again at like I have like 6 bites of a piece of chicken at 4:00, and that's about it.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's talk about morning buns in the style of a Copenhagen bakery
Yes.
I'm staying at 9 Orchard, the beautiful 9 Orchard Hotel. Thank you. Fabulous.
I can tell by the
You can tell by that headboard.
Yep.
Yeah, the OHA speakers are really pumping the jazz right now. But we're right around the corner from Elbow Bakery, and they have the little morning bun. I go in there, I'm like, oh, a little seeded morning bun with the butter and cheese. And I'm like, let me get one of those. And I was like, oh, can I get it with cheese? And they're like, what are you talking about? And I was like, it has butter and cheese on the bread. It's a delicious Copenhagen treat. It seems like that's what you're doing here. And they had no idea that these even have cheese on them. So do yours have cheese on them?
Yes.
Thank God.
Ours are the real deal. It's a very similar cheese to the Danish cheese.
What cheese do they use exactly?
So they use a specific cheese. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but there was a whole drama because for a year they were out of the cheese.
Oh wow.
That's because those lazy motherfuckers probably just went on holiday. They probably
we blame TikTok for the.
They ran out of the Danish cheese.
Is it in the Gouda family?
It's more in the Comte family.
Oh.
Okay. I didn't know it had that level of meltability. Flynn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love their first 7-inch. That's a great band.
I found out recently, which you may be interested to hear, Jason, that Nikolai was in town and he was eating one.
Yeah.
And he was like, everyone in here is eating these things raw. And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, you don't eat it like a sandwich.
Mm.
And I was like, but it's always presented as a sandwich. And he goes, yeah, you buy it and then you take it apart.
Yeah.
And you eat it as 2 open-faced sandwiches. And I was like, as someone who does love almost everything Danish, that's one of the things that I'm like, what is wrong with you that you can't just eat it as a sandwich?
That is strange. And now that I know that, I'm going to make sure to correct myself next time I'm in the motherland so I don't look like a yokel.
He was like, it's not a fucking burger. And I was like, I mean, you do have a point there.
Yeah.
That like,
sure.
We are eating a cheese and butter burger, and it is a little bit more elegant if you're eating it open-faced.
You could also call it a sandwich because it doesn't have a ground beef patty in it. Okay, here's a follow-up question. I like the idea of this, and sometimes I like to take something as simple as a cheese sandwich and then find a way to break it up into 2 layers. So do you have 1 piece butter and bread only as your appetizer course, and then the main course is butter and cheese on there?
No.
Or do you split up the cheese on both pieces?
So we also do it the traditional way, which is 2 slices of cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So you have 1 on each side.
Mm-hmm.
But what I don't like is that then you're eating the top and then the bottom.
And the top and the bottom are 2 very different things. We learned that at Addison
Sounds
Ray
like
last
half
night.
the crowd. I was about to say it sounds like half the crowd at Addison Ray last night. That is an interesting twist. I feel extremely guilty eating those outside of Denmark for some reason. Like when we go to Jim Home, Alex goes there to get that.
Yeah.
And I have to, even though I'm eating a sandwich that is obviously more food than that, there's something in my mind where I just can't have it, even though I enjoy it so much.
Guilty, really.
Yeah.
Not because you're like stealing culture or like any cultural appropriation. It's
you
like,
can't steal white on white culture stealing is
it's
not.
just the idea of eating a slice of cheese and buttered bread in the morning feels guilty to you. You should be having sprouts and avocado and beetroot
or nothing. Like that's
ideally
at
nothing.
10 a.m. But you can get it all day at Jim Home, right?
Yeah, we have them all day. But I mean, I stand by it is, I think, the kind of perfect
I agree.
thing for breakfast.
Something about it.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing with that.
It gives you enough to go if like to get through the day.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's that or a smoothie.
Well, I'm having what about 3 bowls of cinnamon toast crunch? That's not work. Okay. Well, back to the drawing board.
It depends on the that seems like a holiday situation.
You mean when I'm on vacation, or you mean Christmas only?
Either. Like you are on holiday.
Okay.
Whether that is the holidays or
a holiday.
You're sitting by the beach with your cinnamon toast.
That is good to know.
Like cinnamon toast crunch at a hotel, I think is very, when they bring it with the milk and the creamer.
Wow, I've never had cereal from room service before.
It's pretty. I think I've only had it once.
Where they lift the chrome dome over your plate to reveal a bowl of cinnamon toast crunch. That's a nice touch.
That is a really nice.
And then you mix the milk and the cream together to be a half and half blend. Is that what I hear?
No. They put it in like a creamer. So you're like pouring it.
You're pouring it out of a delicate.
Yeah.
Actually, while I have a Michelin star quality chef on the phone, Do you play in the cereal space with additions? When we had Molly Boz on, she was talking about how she like adds salt to certain cereals, and I've gotten into the mode of doing milk blends. I'll do half coconut, half whole milk.
Y'all need to chill. Y'all need to chill the fuck out.
Insane.
Yeah, y'all need to chill the fuck out.
Mixing. I'll do a healthy girl cereal and a bad boy cereal. Combine the two of them. Things like that.
That I'm not mad at. When Molly said she puts mayo in her cereal, I was shocked. But I guess
that's just her plugging her mayo.
No, that's a joke. She did say that.
Yeah, she said the Chipotle yuzu wasabi mayo.
Yeah,
she's like, you've never had the Chipotle wasabi mayo with Cheerios before. You don't understand the flavor. Your palate's not there, Chris. Your palate's not there.
I don't think you can really handle that level of umami.
I don't believe in needing to elevate these things that are like exist in their own category.
I see what you're saying.
Cereal comes with additions. There are many versions of them. I feel like if it needs to be made better, it kind of exists.
But then we're debating a need versus a desire.
The milk thing, I think, is valid.
I don't need to have wagyu flown in from Japan to a rich lady's house in New Hampshire, but I want it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. I'm down for the milk blend.
Okay. I'll give you the milk blend.
We're making progress.
Adding other things to cereal just sounds like you're making granola.
Oh,
okay.
Counterpoint. That's once you start adding peanut M&Ms and raisins, it's like
that's just granola.
That's a Costco granola right there.
Okay.
What difference does it make?
Call me a granola muncher then.
But you make a mean granola, don't you?
We make a granola.
Are you passionate about it? Because I feel like there are people.
I am passionate about it. I think it's a very good.
Where do you want your granola to show up, on top of a yogurt, or do you want a milk?
Personally, I go yogurt with it, but I've been known to, if I'm just starving, I will just grab a handful of that and eat it with milk.
Oh, I mean, bro, I could eat a whole bag of Jim Home granola
dry scoop that
fisting.
Shit?
I could fist
the best,
no problem.
Quote unquote granola experience at this one restaurant that I worked at. The breakfast every day was this crazy cereal that they made that was the most Scandinavian shit ever. The cereal was just hazelnuts and chocolate chips.
That's a deconstructed candy bar is what that is.
And we would eat that. You would have hazelnuts and chocolate chips with cold milk for breakfast.
I mean, that sounds delicious.
Okay, so you have deconstructed Nutella served with a glass of cold milk.
Yeah. I also think this is like very expensive for a staff breakfast.
I agree.
They spare no expense over there. I mean, I think granola, much like a bar nut, is one of the things that's almost always good, but the highs are very high and the lows are very low.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of room to get creative, and that maybe causes problems.
My biggest problem with granola is when there's no clumping.
Yeah. A cluster free. It's like having a bunch of nerds versus a nerds cluster. I need a clump.
Yeah. You need clusters in granola. Otherwise you're just
right,
eating,
though.
You're literally just eating like rolled oats at that point.
You're right.
Yeah.
You know what? I think the key to granola and yogurt is some sort of squirrel level jam or compote mixed in. I think that really takes it over the edge.
You're describing the yogurt bowl at Gem Home right now.
When people serve it raw dog without a fruit of spread of some kind, I'm like, what do we?
Gross.
What
Will
do we
you
do?
take a honey?
Yeah.
Will you take a honey in the mix?
Oh fuck no! I get honey. I don't get when I'm at Backyard Bowls. The only thing I tell them, the only mod I make, no honey. Honey's for women.
I've never appreciated when you get a smoothie bowl and they put all the honey on top. I don't need it.
No, it's not. It's unnecessary sweetness. The shit is already sweet.
I agree.
And then it's sticky. I don't want to get that shit on my hands. I don't in my mouth. I'm good, bro. I'm good on that. I'm good.
We don't need your mouth to get any stickier than it already is.
The only time I was fucking with honey is there was like a trip I did in Santa Fe in probably like 2010, and we had weed honey sticks before weed was legal.
I remember that.
And that was pretty sick. So I was breaking two rules: eating honey and drinking tea.
The flavored honey sticks really was a specific period in time as well.
What other flavors? I only did them for the weed flavor.
There was like so many flavors of these honey sticks.
Blackberry, the little, it looked like a straw.
Yeah, exactly.
A little straw, and
what was
snip it off and you rip it and dip it.
Were you just supposed to put it in tea basically, or were there
other
you could use on the smoothie bowl? Oh,
just like a little pinger, just a little.
Yeah, just a little pick me up.
I just need a hit
That's
of this orange blossom.
I just don't like
honeysuckle.
I think I just really don't like the consistency of honey. That's what it doesn't work for me. But I feel like it's in more foods than I realize.
I've never tried the, eat honey every day from where you live thing to stop allergies.
Oh yeah.
But I'm very curious if that actually works. Speaking at the farmer's market, there's a honey guy that has honey from very hyper specific areas within Manhattan.
All right, I'm back. Now I'm a little interested. If I can get East Village limited edition honey, I am interested what that would do to my gut biome.
This is a Murray Hill Manuka blend.
Yeah.
For all of our
kidding. There
allergic
is
homies.
a Murray Hill Manuka.
Murray Hill Manuka.
Sounds like a WNBA team.
That's actually really funny. I mean, the whole bee thing. I mean, we do have a friend that told us about the therapy and it like changed her life, and I sort of believe it. But do you have bees on the farm or no?
I don't have bees. Isabella has bees. We got some honey that was actually from after we started farming, and I tasted that versus the honey from before, and it tasted completely different.
You're saying Big Flynn blessed the soil up
there.
Well,
the hives are right next to all of our flowers, so it was very clear that we grew a bunch of chamomile. It was kind of chamomile-y. It is impressive actually that you can. There was actually of the New York City honey. There is this scandal. I remember like 5 or 6 years ago, where this guy was selling like really deep red honey at some farmer's market, and he was saying, "Oh, it's because they got it's all blackberry honey, whatever." And it turns out, I think someone like investigated it, and it turned out that the bees had just gotten a bunch of like spilled fruit punch, and so there was red 40 in the honey, and it literally like looked like they put food dye in the honey.
So it's like when I get my little 3.5 and it's all purple and shit, and they clearly sprayed it with some type of paint to make it look like it was extra dark purple crystally.
That's really funny. I've never thought about there being any scandal attached to honey, but it's a good thing to know that's any industry can get touched.
Have you tried the vegan honey? Apparently this is a thing now.
No, I don't care about insects and I don't like honey, so there's no reason for me to sample that really. But I just don't.
Vegan honey feels like a bridge too far.
I could see it being at EatsCon.
How dare you?
It's possible. The Anna Jack Thai honey sweetened. That's a good idea.
Vegan honey is one of those like a problem that does not need to be fixed.
I feel like that about vegan yogurt, even though I know it's different. For some reason,
that's a lot. Carolyn, when she goes,
it tastes good though.
When she goes to Canada,
I like a coconut.
She
yogurt.
got really obsessed with like hyper bacteria, like super tangy, funky coconut vegan yogurt, and she got addicted to it.
Interesting.
It has so much more gut microbiome, blah blah.
Market it as coconut yogurt. Don't call it vegan is what I'm trying to say, because I feel like coconut yogurt,
I agree,
draws me in more. If you say something's vegan, half the people are turned off and think it's lame instantly without tasting it.
Yeah, but we were talking about this on the last episode when over the last 5 years it'll say like this apple juice is vegan and gluten free, and we're like, yeah, no shit. I think you have to be like overly clear about the restrictions and the categories now, because our nation's eaters are not getting smarter.
No,
as the time ticks on.
No, that's true. And what's the yogurt people really like that's got this stupid fucking name? It's like Mr. Mustache or something.
It is very good.
White Mustache.
Yeah.
It is banging. No, it is by far the best. But I can't believe what people. It feels like when Lyft came out. I'm like, you're really gonna do that? Like that's really what you're gonna go with?
Well, I think the story is because like it's her dad's recipe from Iran, and he always had a mustache, and it's like a tribute to him type of thing.
Name it Arshid then. Like you don't need to. You don't need to name it White Mustache. Like, what the fuck? There's other words you can name it to give a tribute to your Persian father.
There's something like weirdly like kind of like also like creepy about that name.
Yeah.
Just like in terms of yogurt and
like you don't I don't want to think about mustaches and facial hair in the processing plant, but that yogurt is far and above the greatest yogurt I've ever had. That orange blossom with like the raw walnut and the walnut soaking into the yogurt, it turns otherworldly in the mouth.
It's expensive too, right?
Yeah,
it's not crazy, and they sell it at Italy nationwide.
Yeah, that's where I've gotten it before. You know, they're opening in Italy at JFK.
Wow.
Next to the Delta Lounge in Terminal B. That's going to be a happening spot.
Yeah, Italy hard to steal from them. Not my favorite.
The one on
That's not true. There's a self checkout there.
The Soho one, like I'm like tempted.
Soho, the one
I don't steal from grocery stores, but I'm like, this is too easy. There's no one standing there.
Well, it's not a grocery store. It's a specialty market.
That's true.
Yeah, we got a hard.
My dumbass treats it like a grocery store.
Sure.
We got who did we get we got a hard lesson from the Barney's guy about. He like got offended that Jason called it a department store. He's like, it's actually a specialty store. I'm like, in the 1950s it was, but we call it a department store. Sorry, bro. That's just what it's called.
Yeah, I didn't want to get into the semantics of the differences. And then also somebody tweeted today saying a quote from him saying someone should write a book about the 60s, and I didn't have the heart to say that may have already happened once or twice before. But speaking of Barney's, actually, good segue, Chris. I wanted to talk to you about like the art of merchandising and like what do you think is going right and wrong in the world of like retail, because in addition to being a great chef and restaurateur, you have the home shop. You have a really keen eye for design and interiors and merchandising and, you know, subtlety going on.
You're a twink picker. You're out there fucking got the Volvo. You're
Chris,
like,
actually, you're a twink picker. You know how to pick them, but this twink picks.
Yeah.
How many twinks does a twink picker? Okay, sorry. There wasn't really a question, but, you know, I guess more so like your thoughts on like, you know, maybe brick and mortar retail in a time where that doesn't happen anymore. You know, we got Morgenstern's closing down.
Well, yeah, it's not a successful business, retail.
It's one of those businesses that you don't do.
Let me just
money.
start at the start here.
Let me just start at the start here.
Yeah, it's a passion.
Yeah, it's purely based on vibes, and those vibes lead to, you know, herbivore takeovers and events in the back.
Got it. Okay, so in a very, to put it into the fashion world, it's editorial and commercial. One begets the other. Without the free shit, you don't get the commercial big jobs that pay for it all, and vice versa.
Yes, except I will say the one thing on that is, which these actually the tariffs are making my life really hard because everything that we buy is mainly European. But I do think the one area, and it doesn't do well every day, but you know, the small $80 to $200 homeware items, I think is truly one of the most successful areas in the world now. You see every single fashion company now. I mean, I saw the other day that Jonathan Anderson now.
Oh,
he's just selling teacups and ceramics. And there was that Times article about all the Japanese menswear guys selling all the very specific ceramics. So I do think that we are in this period where like homeware objects are this like entry into like, I can't buy a house, but I can buy really amazing plateware, which has been my whole thing.
Bro, that ain't your whole thing. Your whole thing is like a $65 wooden salt shaker.
More like $650 wooden salt shaker, but yeah.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean, and it's like a good entryway into like signifying wealth and luxury and curated items, and you get to tie in food, which is something that we all enjoy, and it's content that you can take cool photos of that may not have to involve you and your body.
Yeah, I mean that was part of what the idea was behind Gem Home, was like, we buy so many ceramics, we buy so much glassware, all these very specific things, and to be able to have, you know, someone's like, I love this plate, you can buy it, which has existed for a very long time, this idea. But I do think that I always say it's like it's a very easy thing to be able to take a restaurant like you know, brand and expand it without having to have a co-packer, and you know, like I think they're like going, oh, we're gonna have sauces and we're gonna have X, Y, and Z as a way to like expand our brand beyond the restaurant.
We're going to have our own chili crunch.
Exactly. I think that actually having these sort of homeware items is also, to me, a little bit less wasteful. There's so much I'm like, I don't need another very hyper specific restaurant sauce.
Right.
Speak for yourself.
But I do think, there's a great opportunity to be like, my thing is, it's not, it's a gem plate. It is this specific ceramicist that we work with. Unfortunately, they got to make a margin. We got to make a margin. We make a much smaller margin on a lot of these.
Sure.
And it is just insane that, you can't really buy a plate now for less than $60.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
You're telling me, bitch, I got a fucking whole room of them I've been forced to buy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
They are nice. They are nice.
They're very nice.
Well, Chris, you do entertain so often. I think it's worth it that you make that.
It's worth
investment.
it.
We have an exposed kitchen storage area now, so that the plates looking nice does make a difference. I have to say.
I agree.
Yeah.
I have to say.
Yeah, same. I mean, that is the other thing too. It is, it's decor for your house.
Same. We had this convo about books, like cookbooks. Yeah, with Ben. He was saying people, we hear it all the time with chefs. They're like, I don't care if you read my book, just please buy it and just put it on your shelf, put it on your coffee table.
Yeah.
Because it is all just decor now.
Yeah. I mean, I think that is why this market of sub $200 small homewares is so popular, because the people that are buying these things when we do these sales too, I'm always curious of who is buying, this weird vintage fish thing that I found.
Who's buying this Loewe tape dispenser in the shape of a snail?
But it's people with normal jobs that want to liven up their houses in a way.
I need something cute to put on my work from home desk.
Exactly.
The same person who spends $6 on a chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah.
They're not afraid of a little plate.
Yeah, and I think the next frontier is going to be the Zoom background. It's going to be we're all just going to be living in these empty houses, except one wall is going to be this perfectly ornate, curated space, and then all the other walls are just going to be blank.
I mean, we did this event in Long Island at this insane house, and there's in the pool house, there's a Prouvé cabin, original from the 50s on train tracks. So it goes in and outside. And this is this whatever, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, piece of art. And then you go inside and it is, it's where the guy takes his Zoom meetings. So there's 3 screens. There's a thing behind it. They're yeah, he works from home. And this is just where he takes all his meetings, is in this,
Yeah, in my home content creation studio.
In a cabin built for war refugees. Actually.
That's crazy. But I mean, at least he's doing it with some chic style and flair.
With some style. That is true.
Yeah, but
then there's a giant power strip in the middle of it with all his desktops.
All of his Amazon Prime green screens and ring lights just out of frame.
Yeah.
Well, I want to talk a little bit about the restaurant and the food that we went to at Cove last night. Your delicious new spot in New York. Thank you for having us, by the way, and giving us nice, great corner table.
An early peak.
An early peak.
When do you open? Next week?
We open on Tuesday.
Oh, very soon. Okay, shit.
Yeah, I mean, we had, against Chris's wishes, we did have the tasting menu, and Chris, I want to say thank you for that. And we were able to let our server know that we have a hard out for Addison Rae at Terminal 5, and you were able to accommodate that.
And we made it happen.
Down to the minute. Yeah. It couldn't have been better. It was great. And I want to make sure our listeners know that they don't have the option to call their end time on the meal.
You can.
Oh, they can. Okay.
I prefer, I've been known to say I can cook as quickly as you can eat.
Okay. I like that. So maybe that'll be a thing in the future, because so many people are anti-tasting menu because they don't have the attention span for a 3 or 4 hour meal with 17 courses and the pre's and the posts and the cookies and the port wine sherry course or whatever. So you're you're saying you like the communication of a diner saying like, hey, we just want this to be 2 hours or hour and a half, get it over with kind of thing.
Yes, because then we have some people that really want to take their time, and that room is designed turn time wise where you could take 3.5 hours if you want, but you could also do it in an hour and 45, and then you could sit there and just hang out if you want. I've always preferred,
as long as you're buying drinks, of course.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, if you buy the tasting menu, you, that's enough. You know, like I've always preferred to eat the menu quickly, and then if I want to hang out, I can hang out. But I think there's nothing worse than being like trapped in this, like I get one course every 30 minutes for 7 hours.
So you say bring it all out, and then I'm going to let my nuts hang, have my brandy snifter for the last hour. And
I'm gonna finish the bottle of wine. I'm gonna like digest before I go home.
I love digesting. That's a smart way to look at it.
Yeah. I like confidently the best tasting menus I've ever had. I could also relate to the fact that they've all been sub 2.5 hours because it also allows for excitement. It's like sushi, you know, it's like one thing, then the next, and the next, and the next. And then you can be like, I'm going to reflect on what I ate, or just like relax a little bit instead of like, oh, fuck, we're only on course 6 and it's 11 o'clock.
It's 11 o'clock and we haven't even got to the red wine yet. Fuck me.
Yeah.
In my history of tasting menus, which is obviously much less than you two gentlemen, why didn't you give us a gift to take home? I feel like I always get a little gift for breakfast the next morning. You know, is that I'm just asking if that's antiquated. I don't know.
So we're working on the gift. That was something that
I knew it.
That was something that we held off for friends and family.
Oh, well, the friends and family noticed. I just want to put that out there.
So typically better restaurants do the gift. Is that what you were saying?
I think there's a lot about, you know, you spend a certain amount of money and you get a certain thing. My feeling with the gift is that I've thrown away so many of these things that I've received.
Bro, I'm talking about granola.
Yeah, no, I know. But I think that's where we're trying to work with Gem Home to do you get a little thing that you can have. But we can't do the granola because that's already taken.
I thought a lot of people did that. Oh, that's not. I've had.
That is an 11 Madison Park thing, and a lot of people took it.
I see. Okay, I got you.
You know, there was a period at Noma where they gave you these little woven things to put on the fridge.
Now when you go to Noma, they just give you, you know, their mushroom water.
Yeah. I got like 8 bottles. I got 8 bottles of fucking oil.
Yeah. Now they give you a sample of the coffee. That's what I mean. It's always kind of like a randomish thing. We're trying to figure out what I would be excited to receive.
Is the idea, because 11 Madison Park set the trend, is it become a thing that people think of it as like a breakfast item or something to have the next day?
No, because like what, other than granola, what am I going to give you that you're going to eat? I'm not going to give you a bun and cheese at 11 o'clock and be like, this is for you tomorrow.
Yeah, because after a tasting menu, I'm going to eat that shit in the car on the way home because I'm still hungry. So yeah, you can't do that.
I could give you cookies, but then are you going to eat cookies in the morning?
It's tough. The coffee idea is kind of nice, actually.
The coffee's cool, but like that's their coffee.
Why not the morning bun though? I think that's okay. I think it's kind of fun.
Is it not fresh enough the next day?
What about a slice of Scar's pepperoni on the way out?
I can't give you like a something that has butter and cheese on it and be like, you got to put this in the fridge.
It's true.
Yeah, but you can leave it out. It feels cool like that, right? It's tricky. It's
tricky. You know, we'll figure it out.
What about just a hat? You know, what about
merch?
Yeah, honestly,
some Marvis toothpaste.
Marvis toothpaste is kind of cool. Like it's like the dentist.
You can make your own toothbrush. You can make your own toothbrush too. That's actually nice.
We do the little dentist bag.
Remember when Supreme did the toothpicks?
Oh yeah.
You could do the mint toothpicks, the Marvis, and then a custom Cove toothbrush with one of your purveyors.
I'm into this.
Bristles are obviously farmed.
Get a little Sunchoke toothpaste flavor in there, custom blend.
This is one of those ideas that I call a day 2. Is
okay.
I'm like, we're
gonna day 2 this one.
Let's get the meal down first, and then we'll figure out the gift.
Okay.
I think that's probably a smart thing to do in your position. Luckily, Jason and I aren't responsible for the meal, so we are able to use our brain power to ideate on the gift.
We're able to kind of zoom out on a macro level.
Yeah. You guys could be part of the macro team, and then we have the day-to-day team.
Yeah, we're the Go Macro team. We'll see you on Slack. Okay, so I want to talk about the onion dish with the caviar.
Yes.
That to me was my dish of the night, and I think other people might agree. Could you describe this dish from the ground up really quick?
Yes, on the bottom there's a crushed bean cake.
What kind of bean?
That is Jacob's cattle bean.
Yeah.
It's been crushed, and then we mix it with a barley miso and this.
Bro, who the fuck is Jacob?
Jacob is actually one of our cooks.
Jacob did the chain,
and he makes them.
Okay, all right.
But it's not his bean. I don't know who Jacob's cattle bean is.
Okay, when you say crushed, everyone was using the word crushed. Hand crushed.
I hand crushed those beans yesterday.
Mm-hmm. You had, bro, I saw 20 people back there. You're telling me you did it?
I'm telling you I did it.
Do you use your bare hand to crush them? Do you use a device, a masher?
I have gloves on, but it was extremely hot.
Okay.
I crushed the beans, mixed it with some barley miso, then a little flour to kind of set it, and this fried fennel seed garlic paste that kind of makes it taste like a sausage a bit.
I knew there was some fennel seed.
You said fried fennel seed garlic paste?
Yes.
Okay.
So we fry fennel seeds and then fry garlic and blend it together with the oil.
Oh.
We use that to season it.
Are those fennel seeds popping and squirting?
In what way?
Answer the question, Flynn.
They're delicately
like when you
fried.
put seeds. Okay. When you put seeds in oil, sometimes they'll start jazzing.
We slowly fry them.
Okay, it's almost a confit fennel seed.
It's almost a confit.
They're in no rush, Jason. This shit takes 4 hours.
But they do get caramelized. Is important.
Is there what's the temp on that oil? Celsius, please.
About Celsius. It's about 120.
120. Got it. Okay.
I thought you should have said watermelon's my favorite.
The fizzy one though, not the plain.
It is remarkable. The new trend is that all cooks, all they do all day is drink Celsius and then eat candy. But they all still drink too. It's like you think that they're sober.
You think they're all pre-diabetic at age 19, but no, they're somehow making it.
Somehow.
Okay. So we have our paste.
Okay. On top of that, yeah. So then we make that thing. We set it.
So it's like a little kind of crispy cookie almost.
Yeah, it's like a little bean cookie on the bottom, and then we make a mixture of more crushed beans, ricotta that we make. More of the fennel seed paste, some chopped celery leaves, and grilled Romano beans in there.
Grill the beans.
This feels like you're just trying to get as many beans on that damn plate as you can.
There's a lot of beans, and you would never even notice.
That shit was absolutely smacking. That wasn't my favorite, but that was delicious.
And then on top of that is a confit tropia onion, and then these haricot vert that are more expensive than the caviar actually. A little Dutch caviar. The sauce is made with, we take fennel, tomatoes, and white celery. We cook it in caramelized whey and tomato water.
Not the tomato water.
And then we blend the whole thing with some butter and lovage oil.
And then the way it looks, the onion that's been confit, it's sort of similar to like a torpedo-y shallot shape.
Yes.
And it looks to me like 2 pieces of like nigiri sushi.
Yeah.
Is that the intention?
No, but yes. The intention, I think, in that point of a tasting menu always is how do you pack as much flavor and complexity into a small bite, which I think is something that nigiri is very good at doing. This sort of layered, wrapped around quality that may look very simple, but there are 30 things in it.
What a dish! What a
30
dish!
different.
Chris, what was your
30
favorite?
different bean varietals. It's really something.
Yeah.
I liked the thing that was. I think it was. Were you saying it was avocado squash?
Oh yeah, you liked your veg alternative to the.
It was really good. It was like a tart almost with like fig and some seeds or something.
That was not a tart. That was just a squash.
No, I know it wasn't, but it like looked and felt like a tart. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It was delicious.
I'm looking at
Rich.
a photo of it right now. and there's the seeds have like a little sunflowery kind of design cut in half. This has a little bit of a Noma feel to it, and then you have a lot of sesame seeds. Is that what it is?
Yeah. So it's the avocado squash is my preferred squash.
You ain't never had that.
There's a paste made with dried figs and pumpkin seeds, and then a little salsa matcha.
Ooh, salsa matcha.
Bro, I don't fuck with matcha. Don't try to trick me, rocky ass boy. What do you mean, what kind of matcha?
MACHA.
Oh, got you.
It's like Mexican chili crunch, kind of, we'll call it.
Yeah, it's Mexican chili crunch, yeah.
Okay, all right, David Chang, calm down.
And then you have some thinly sliced raw mushroom garnishing. Matsutake, not cheap.
Not cheap.
There was several raw mushrooms popped up a few times.
Double matsutake on the meal. There's the matsutake on the main course.
That shit was banging though.
Yeah.
It was also, I think that it was more filling than I would think it would be. Like it was a real portion, even though it was small, because it was dense.
Yeah, I love the main course just being a slop plate of the best vegetables you can buy in America with like a sauce that brings it together. It was.
What's up with that little?
Great.
What's up with that little?
That and a bunch of protein is so good.
What's up with that little rice nugget in that final plate?
The barley koji cake.
Yeah. Bitch, that's a rice nugget.
You know.
That's a rice nugget, but sure.
You know the barley. You know about the inoculated barley.
Yeah, Chris. It's been inoculated.
Once again, inoculated barley is a split 7-inch that I had. I don't know how you keep doing. I don't know how you keep doing this.
The little corn fritter was maybe my. I mean, but when is that not going to be good?
When is that? Yeah,
so good.
That was a fun recipe. We did a dinner with this woman, Nancy Hachisu, who has written all of the like Japanese cooking for Americans. She's a lady that's from California and like moved to Japan, married a Japanese guy, and wrote all these books. And she came out to do like a collaboration dinner with her editor, and they made these like fritters that are just like it's literally you just like take any vegetable and then you just kind of like mix it with this mix of rice flour and cornstarch and a little bit of sparkling water, and it's like a paste, so it kind of like barely is held together. And we kind of do it each season. They were doing it with very thinly sliced asparagus that was really good. Sometimes you do it burdock root.
Okay, we're getting into
so you just get like a handful of corn, run it through that sludge, and then plop it into the fryer, or using spoons.
We take corn and shishito peppers, and we toss it with all the dry ingredients, and we just add a little bit of water until it comes together, and then we plop it in the fryer.
Okay. We deconstruct the little tempura sludge.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Beautiful.
All right.
Beautiful.
All right, you fucking dorks. We didn't even get a
Flynn, we could talk about this all day long.
We didn't even get to talk about Taylor Swift.
What was your food podcast called?
The Stew.
The Stew. It's almost like we're back on The Stew 10 years ago.
Had to remove that from iTunes. Don't know what I was saying back then. Too much to lose.
Yeah, Flynn, before we go, do you have any opinion on the Taylor Swift album? What's your just kind of initial take on it?
Oh my God. It is one of the roughest things.
It's worst new music.
It's crazy how bad it sucks. And I was talking to a few friends yesterday about it, and her talking about Travis Kelce's penis. It sounds like a woman who's never had sex before. It's just such a strange.
You've got the key to open my thighs is definitely
that was really
13-year-old
good.
fan fiction.
Yeah,
it's one of these things where I heard I'm hearing it in parts. I tried to listen to a little bit of it, and I just couldn't really get through it. And now I'm hearing it in a lot of parts, and it makes you realize that just like we really do need more people again that are able to say no.
Yeah,
because the production on it also makes no sense to what the lyrics are. I feel like. And it's like, is it Jack Antonoff again? I'm assuming.
No. It's Max Martin and Shellback.
Oh.
It's guys who.
It's so bad it has me missing Jack.
Well, that's what people are saying now. They're like on Twitter. They're like, maybe Jack wasn't the problem.
Well, it's like maybe she needs someone in there being like, you sure about that?
The problem is she can shit out anything she wants, do whatever she wants. It'll break every record the day it comes out, and she can sell as many tickets as there are on Earth, and it doesn't. That's part of it too. Is there's no repercussions for something that's bad except reviews, and it's like, all right, well,
I think it is just something where you're like, I don't even know why you had to do this.
Well, she was trying to get revenge on her haters.
Yes.
Which
but didn't she
I get it.
do that
I do it every
time
day
and time
myself.
again?
I think so, but I think the haters continue to persevere.
But there every year there's a new batch of 6th graders that are beefing with their friend in second period, and 40-year-old Taylor Swift has to sort of narrate that.
Yeah.
But I thought if whether or not Charlie called her boring Barbie or not, I think that's a pretty good nickname.
It is
overall.
Did she?
Like, I don't even think it's that offensive.
Did she actually? I saw. So did she actually name drop New Heights in it?
Yes, she did.
Know.
She called his dick a redwood, I believe, and also
Yep.
mentioned his podcast, and also came for Charlie. And there's probably other little nuggets in there.
I'm saying
no barley
that we. I think you guys could probably try to get a line on a Charlie song now.
Wow. Can you imagine?
To go back.
I love there. Yeah, I mean, I think there's a possibility of us in something, but it would probably be negative and not popular. But maybe one day
she's gonna reference Letterbox before she references a podcast. Yeah. So baby steps. Maybe the next album.
But I gotta say, man, I think that getting shots fired at you like that by Taylor Swift is only a badge of honor that will make people love you more.
Yeah.
It didn't do what Taylor thought it would do, I guess, is what I'm saying.
She has no one in her camp that is like aware of the way that people read anything anymore.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But also that could be that we're reading one side and there's a whole other side. I mean,
I think they just
Trump's
like
America.
I said, I think they just operate in a netherworld where there are no consequences, and it's just a totally different planet than we operate on.
Yeah.
And other musicians even operate on. Like, it's just
I think
totally different.
The line has been drawn. It is teachers' pets versus sluts, and I'm on Team Slut.
I think everyone has always been on Team Slut.
Yeah.
Slut me out. How long gone? Thank you, Flynn, for joining us. Cove opens on Tuesday. If you're in the New York City metro area, make a reservation. Come on down.
If you need to get your bread up, go to Jim Home, get a morning bun.
Jim Home has my favorite veggie sandwich. I hope it's still on the menu.
We also sell sourdough that is way better than Balthazar. So, Chris, and way closer to your
We
your
moved,
apartment.
but they're still close. They're still close. But yeah, that's fine.
Having better sourdough than Balthazar, not saying much, but I'm sure yours is quite good.
Yeah.
No shade to Keith.
me.
No shade to
Fucking
Keith.
dorks. You are
It makes a great chocolate chip walnut.
Yeah, that is good. That is good. You ain't ever had a donut. Get a cinnamon sugar donut and come talk to me. You can't.
Okay.
You can't get that Dunkin' ass boy.
Period. Okay, we gotta go talk to Allison Roman about Taylor Swift now.
This is too much food for me today.
Food day.
I know. I need to cleanse my palate with some Joe Budden. All right. Thank you guys thank you, Flynn. Good to see you, man.
Nice to see you guys.
All right. Later,
bro.
'Cause there's nothing in this world to stop me worrying about that girl. I found out I was wrong. She was just too timing. I found out